Pañcakośādiyogena tattanmaya iva sthitaḥ Śuddhātmā nīlavastrādiyogena sphaṭiko yathā. In its identification with the five sheaths, the Immaculate Atman appears to have borrowed their qualities upon itself. As in the case of a crystal which appears to gather unto itself color of its vicinity, blue cloth, etc. In the previous shlokas, we learned that the Atman is independent of the three adjuncts, which are the gross, subtle, and the causal bodies. To remove any doubts of the Atman being dependent on these bodies, as it seems to be endowed with so many physical and mental qualities, Acharya here is explaining further that all attributes of the Atman is only due to the false identification arising out of ignorance. To explain this, Acharya is explaining about the five sheaths and how the non-dual self is always distinct from them. Here we are given another beautiful example of a crystal to answer as to how the perfect immutable self seems to be contaminated by the duality. A clear glass or a crystal, when placed in front of a blue object, appears to be blue in color. Similarly, in association of a red object, appears to be red in color. Exactly in the same way, the self which is untainted and ever free from any duality seems to be limited only due to ignorance, and hence the association and identification with the Pañcakośās. We know the five sheaths: physical annamaya kosha, vital pranamaya kosha, mental manomaya, intellectual vijnanamaya, bliss anandamaya kosha. These are all called as sheaths, as they are like coverings on the Atman, which manifests itself through them, like the sheaths that cover the sword. These cover the blissful self from an ignorant one. It is only due to ignorance about the nature of the self that one mistakenly identifies self with these koshas, and hence rises the ego and thoughts such as I am so and so, I am clever, I am this, I am that, etc. While all along the self is but verily the non-dual bliss. The gross body is Annamaya Kosha, is associated with the particular race, particular type of physical structure, etc. Short, dark, fair, fat, thin, etc. The subtle koshas also have their qualities. The language spoken, the customs and traditions followed, the social interaction circle defined by one's status and wealth, the religious affliction, many other unique traits which arise only due to the ignorance of the oneself. The five sheaths, exactly like Nīlavastra analogy, have a distinct coloring referring to the body and mind association with culture, language, etc. The more coloring, the greater is the impurity. In a gross mind, the self is not detected at all. There is no sign of its purity due to the thick impurity of the sheaths. In a sattvic person, the coloring is not so strong. There will be something of the self coming through the sheaths. The purity of character will permit the sweet glow of the self to shine through in such a person. Acharya says, we are the Atma, that is the nature of the Śuddhātmā, pure. It is not subject to the changes and is experienced as existence awareness, Satchit. The feeling of I, of existing, pure existence. The awareness, not feeling, the awareness I, pure existence, is Śuddhātmā. Now, let us sit in a calm location, maybe our puja shrine, with eyes closed, in a very relaxed pose. Relaxing our body totally. Let's take a deep breath. Let the body breathe naturally. We are aware of our body. But we should understand that the body is a part of the physical universe. This body is not separate from the physical universe. The body arises, exists in, and will go back to the vast creation, physical universe. The body is sustained by food in the universe. When dead, this body becomes food for other bodies. Whether living or dead, this body is a part of the physical universe only. It follows all the laws of the physical universe. It belongs to nature. We conclude we are not this body. This body belongs to this physical universe. Next, about prana. Let us be aware of our breathing. The life force, the life in the body came from parents. It is sustained by other life in the earth. It is a part of the living universe. Life manifests in conducive environment, and accordingly it is manifesting in our body too. It belongs to nature. Next, come to mind, manomaya. We are aware of our ears hearing the sounds around. The little sound of the fan or the AC, etc. We are aware of our skin feeling the touch, heat or cold around. We are aware of our mind being knowledgeable in various arts and sciences. Let us think of the qualities of our mind like desire, anger, fear, likes, dislikes, etc. All these belong to the mind. Every knowledge that the mind has is got from the universal mind, all minds in the universe put together. The mind is thus a part of the universe of minds, collective minds, which is the universal mind. Thus it belongs to nature, and I am not this mind. Next, come to Vijnanamaya. We are aware of the value systems that our intellect possesses. We are aware of the beliefs and convictions. We are aware of the judgment of what is right and what is wrong. We should be aware that every intellect in the universe has its value systems, beliefs, and convictions. This intellect is part of the universe of intellects. That is the universal intellect. It belongs to nature. Everything at microcosm level is a part of the macrocosm creation. Every situation in life is the result of the past decisions made. Each individual's life situations are based on the individual decisions. All these life situations of various individuals perfectly fit with each other. The whole picture is the situation of the whole universe, which consists of the situations of each individual. The will of the whole universe manifests and reflects in the will of each individual. As Chinmaya explains, the second ever creation which would have taken place, evolution which would have taken place as the result of the collective vasanas of all those who merged back into the source on the involution, on the end of the earlier creation. There he explained in the context of the collective vasanas. Here, in this short meditation, we have gone through that our body, our mind, our intellect, our prana, they are all but a part of the cosmic body, cosmic mind, cosmic intellect. So, they all belong to the cosmic creation, and they are all thus proven to be separate from us. They all belong to the nature. There is no individuality separate from the whole at any level. Only the whole truly exists. Individuality is an illusion at all levels. There is just one whole nature as the universe, which is different from you. You are a mere witness. You are different from all these. You are unaffected by all these. You are pure consciousness. This consciousness is the purest and the finest reflection of God. Thus, God in the form of nature constitutes the five sheaths. God in the form of consciousness is ourselves. There is nothing whatsoever other than God. Thus, by clearly understanding the five sheaths, you can disown each one of them as a mere sheath belonging to the nature. By this, you can come to the conclusion of your true identity, Atman. The union between the Atman and the Kosha is the bondage. When the union breaks, the bond breaks. It appears to be associated with the koshas due to ignorance. It can never take the qualities of any of those. Atman has no attachment. Asangoham Purusha. The association is just a mithya, an appearance. Every human should be able to disconnect the Atman from these five koshas. And for that, every human needs guidance, efforts, purushartha, and the path, sadhana. There are various ways in which, by negating things, we reach to the final one pure existence, identity of ours, the self. We can take the route of three states of consciousness. We can take the root of Pañcakośās. There is a separate chapter, Pañcakosha Viveka, in Dridrishya Viveka. So there are various ways in which we can proceed and negate all those things as not Atman, and finally arrive at our identity as Atman. And the beauty, lo and behold, the beauty, once you discover your true identity as Atman, is that there is nothing other than you, the pure self. Therefore, the creation, the Pañcakosha, the three states of consciousness, so on and so forth, if you name them, all of them at the end of the journey, they have no separate identity or existence other than you, the pure self. Every concept, every learning, every knowledge ultimately come and merge in you, the ocean of pure consciousness. Hari Om.